Welcome to Shielfield for tonight's league match between the Berwick Bandits and the Arena Essex AF stock-taking Hammers. This is the opening race. From the inside, it's Makovsky, Kelvin Tatum, David Meldrum and Henninng Bager. And it's Makovsky and Tatum swinging around the first corner, and Makovsky leads the way. The first of Berwick's checks to hit the track, and he's going quickly. Kelvin Tatum, always a speedy man. What can he do about it? Bandits holding the advantage. Into his final lap. Tatum riding nicely, but he hasn't closed the gap really. So the Bandits open with a 4-2, and Henninng Bager, a disappointing ride there. Arena need him to perform.
On the Shielfield track tonight, for its first blood to 3T mobile.net Bandits. And the man in the red helmet moved up to the number 1.
Gate 2, it's the experienced Andy Galvin riding from gate number 1 here. Villar rides from gate 2, the new hero of Shielfield, Argentinian star. Jason King's on gate 3, and Josef Frank completes a very strong Berwick reserve pairing going from gate 4. And Galvin's away quite well, and he moves the Bandits reserves over there at the first corner, but it's Frank and Villar who've gone ahead down the back straight. Galvin's a sturdy man these days, but he's not quite quick enough to deal with these youngsters. And Villar really is quite sensational, but it's Josef Frank leading this time, and he's been a very powerful man at reserve as well for the Bandits. He doesn't make the gate too often, but when he does, he can really shift. And this is basically no contest here. So the Hammers might be a little bit worried about the advantage that Berwick have at reserve. A huge lead for Frank and Villar here as they come towards the end of heat number 2. And that moves Berwick onto a 9-3 advantage with 2 heats gone. Heat 3, Adrian Rymel's the man on gate 1 this time. The very impressive finish rider Joonas Kylmakorpi rides from gate 2. He's doubling up with the Hammers alongside David Rood, but it's usually Kylmakorpi who turns out for them, and he's on this northern tour. Paul Bentley's in gate 3, and the Australian Leigh Lanham rides from gate 4. I think Kylmakorpi's made a good start there. He's moved ahead as they come out the second corner. Banger Bentley though. Look at that from Bentley. That was a very impressive second turn because Kylmakorpi is very quick. But it's Bentley who is dominating this race. Kylmakorpi moving in a bit, and he really is quick. He scored 13 at Edinburgh last night. And Paul Bentley had to get that second bend right, and from then on he's held on to win a very good race and give the Bandits their 3rd successive race advantage. Heat 4, Josef Frank gate 1, Jason King gate 2, Claus Kristensen on gate 3, and Leigh Lanham rides from gate 4. And Kristensen's away well. Lanham trying to line up an outside run, but in fact Frank's moved into second. Lanham just catches him down the back straight. Now Frank really bursts round the outside, and he can really be impressive on that line, and I think he might have got round Lanham. Neck and neck as they hit the first bend of the lap 2, and it's Frank brilliantly driving ahead there. Terrific riding by the little Czech, who is a very spectacular performer. Now look at Lanham going round the outside line, and Kristensen stopped, and Lanham almost got round Frank simultaneously there. All action stuff on the pits bend. But Frank's now moved clear. Well, Lanham's always been willing to give it a go around the outside. He knows how to use that dirt. But he's lost ground now. So the misfortune of Kristensen's going to bring the first shared race of the evening, but Josef Frank keeping the Berwick side on an even keel with a good ride again. And that's 2 wins out of 2 for Josef Pepe Frank. Henninng Bager on gate number 1. Gate 2 is Paul Bentley, Kelvin Tatum gate 3, and Adrian Rymel coming from gate 4. Once again, Bentley's away well. Bager almost doing something on the first corner there, but Bentley drifts rather wide, and Tatum has come through to take up the challenge. The Sky Sports commentator. Heavy fall there for who's that? Adrian Rymel has gone down at the back there. Well, that's very unfortunate. Lost it leaving the 4th turn, and it was a nasty one. One or two crashes at that spot. So it's Kelvin Tatum who leads the rerun. So that's doubly unfortunate for the Bandits. We don't think Adrian Rymel's picked up any injury, but it has meant that Paul Bentley, who was leading first time, is now losing out to Kelvin Tatum, who looks quite at home here. He's a long track exponent, of course, so the size of the circuit certainly won't worry him. And he clearly knows how to use that dirt. Tatum might have a problem there for a second, but he's got round the final corner and takes a race win. That's the first race win to the Hammers this evening. 540,
82540. And that's Speedway on.
Gate 6, David Meldrum on gate number 1. Gate 2 is Leigh Lanham. Gate 3 is Makovsky, impressive winner of the opening race. And in gate 4 is Andy Galvin.
On the seats in the stadium in the moment. And it's Leigh Lanham in the green, it's Andy Galvin in yellow and black for the Hammers. So I'm sure the Bandits fans will raise the roof as we welcome along Makovsky and Davy Meldrum.
First gate of the night, and he goes ahead for Makovsky. Well, he's an impressive performer here. And certainly Arena have 3 of the strongest heat leaders around. lifts there. Oh my goodness. Well, an unfortunate incident for Leigh Lanham. He just lifted on that bend and he couldn't stop himself heading towards the fence. So the races had to be stopped.
Newcastle at Brook Park, 5 o'clock start in that one because it's followed by a Conference League match.
Well, a good reception for Leigh Lanham, but we don't want to see anyone take an ambulance ride, and we hope that it's not as serious as perhaps it could be. 3-6 was awarded at Berwick 23-13. We go into heat number 7. Joonas Kylmakorpi riding from gate number 1. In gate 2 we have Claus Kristensen. Gate 3 is Leigh Herne. And Villar comes from gate 4. We do look forward to Carlos's rides. He scored paid 12 last week, which is his highest so far, and he started with a paid win tonight. A bit unsteady at the gate there. In fact, it was Kristensen who made the jump, but it's Villar who magnificently takes up the chase with a superb first corner. But Kylmakorpi eases his way clear. What a burst that was by Villar, and that's what we're becoming used to. Kylmakorpi just glides to the front though. Villar chasing fiercely. Flat out, Kylmakorpi's kept that gap ahead of Carlos Villar, but what a chase by the Argentinian, so exciting in his style. And with Claus Kristensen just hanging on to the third, it's a shared race again, but that was a race to watch there. Both the first two riders were tremendous in that one. Heat number 8, it's Kelvin Tatum comes in as a tactical substitute and rides from gate 1. Gate 2 is Josef Frank. Gate 3 is Henninng Bager, and David Meldrum rides from gate 4. And he beat Carl Jr. in this race last week, and look at that, the Bandits have gone ahead again. Meldrum and Frank lead from Kelvin Tatum. Tatum rides the dirt line, but can't really challenge Frank yet. And Meldrum just grows in stature as his comeback continues. Bandits have no problems now. They've pulled well clear of Kelvin Tatum. Disappointing ride by the Sky man there. I think he decided that there was no way he could get past, and he's only just hung on to the third place ahead of his partner. So the Bandits moving well clear. They're 31-17 ahead now.
Kelvin Tatum grabbing a single point in third spot, but last week, remember, Davy Meldrum had a superb win over Carl Stoneviewer. Tonight, another big win, and here it's for Davy. This time he's joined by Pepe. It's a 5-1 to the 3T all miles in there, Bandits. Pepe Burns, ladies and gentlemen. But it's safe, the loudest cheer for this one. It's Davy Meldrum.
Heat 9, it's good to see Leigh Lanham fit to ride from gate number 1. He took a heavy knock and an ambulance ride, but he's back on his bike. That's what we like to see. Gate 2 is Adrian Rymel, or it will be in due course. Gate 3 will be Andy Galvin taking his third ride. We haven't seen an awful lot from Andy to remind us of the old days. In Gate 4 it's Paul Bentley. Away well, a bit of a crush on the corner, and the two bandits go ahead. It's Bentley who's gone to the front, and Josef Frank again, he's so hard to beat. Adrian Rymel, sorry, it's Adrian Rymel. He's gone into second, and Lanham's come round him. Good riding by Lanham there, because Rymel takes a bit of passing down there. Bentley well clear. Lanham and Rymel fighting for second, and these are the two men who've taken falls tonight. Still having a go. The strong heat leaders or not, Arena have still just taken only 2 heat winners out of tonight's match, and they trailed 35-19.
So Paul Bentley coming up to pick up his second race win of the night, and the skipper and rider are thoroughly delighted with that. A good ride though in the green helmet for Leigh Lanham, and as quoted from our paramedic, not a bad ride for a man with a bad back.
Heat 10, Leigh Herne is the man on the inside gate this time. We haven't seen a lot of Leigh in point scoring positions so far. He can be a useful rider. In gate 2 it'll be David Meldrum, enjoying a tremendous comeback. In gate 3 it's Joonas Kylmakorpi, and in gate 4 it's Michael Makovsky. Kylmakorpi has hit the front. Two bandits sorting themselves out. I think it's Makovsky through into second now. Chasing hard. Trying to get to grips with Meldrum. It's a big win in the end for Kylmakorpi. Herne, last gasp dash round the outside, but just misses out there. So it's a shared race, and Berwick maintain that advantage.
His second race win of the night, and he's only dropped 1 point so far. Not a bad debut for the Finn. It's Joonas Kylmakorpi, who's riding, of course, at number 3 for the Hammers.
Gate 11, Claus Kristensen rides from gate number 1. Gate 2 is Henninng Bager. Carlos Villar again in gate 3, and Kelvin Tatum rides from gate 4. Tatum round the outside this time, a good burst by the Hammers number 1, gets him ahead of Claus Kristensen. The two bandits in second and third, and Tatum's hand goes up there, he stopped. Well, dear me. The Bandits are clear. Bager trying to make something of it. That was bad luck for Kelvin, and bad luck there for Villar as well. He's come to a halt all of a sudden. Fortunately, Henninng Bager managed to swerve past him. And it looks as though Carlos might face a push to get a point. Claus Kristensen gets a race win, but the Bandits will want the single point as well. So here comes Carlos. Just as well he knows about the fact that there's only 3 in the race, and he can get that point. He's going quite fast. Well, he must be tired now. He's got quite a long way to go. Peter Waite moves in. I hope he's not touching him, otherwise that should, strictly speaking, be an exclusion. I think he is touching him actually, but he can't really call that assistance. So there he goes.
I think he may want to look back. He looks knackered after that. Good stuff. Well, excitement all the way around there. Carlos shedding a chain, bringing it home under good power. Dennis will have the official results. And in Louis on the speed maximum so far tonight is Pepe France.
Gate 12, Paul Bentley rides from gate number 1. Gate 2, it's a tactical substitute, Leigh Lanham. And gate 3, Josef Frank. Pretty tough race to come into as a tack sub. And in gate 4, the impressive Finnish rider, Joonas Kylmakorpi. Kylmakorpi who got round the field there. Lanham trying to slip up the inside, but the Bandits move into second and third. But I think we're seeing the most impressive arena rider, Joonas Kylmakorpi, starting to dominate proceedings now. This is his fourth ride, and he's won his last 2. Paul Bentley's really trying to close in on him, but Kylmakorpi really riding the best line. Just hitting that dirt mid-track. He's a bit tighter there, and Bentley tries to sweep round the dirt. Beautiful style Kylmakorpi's got. Very smooth. Of course, he's riding for Eastbourne in the Elite League, and he looks very much an Elite League rider. Shared race there. Berwick still maintaining a very strong grip on this match.
Green helmet adding another race win to his tally tonight. It's Paul Bentley and Pepe France packing into those minor spots once again. So a shed heat in heat number 12, and it's race win number 3 for Joonas Kylmakorpi. A very good run out to him. And the man in blue of heat number 4. This is heat number 13.
Heat 13, it will be Kelvin Tatum coming from gate 1. He stopped while leading in his last race. Gate 2, it will be Makovsky. Gate 3 is Leigh Lanham. And Claus Kristensen, I think, asking there if he's got time to get his goggles cleared before the 2 minutes runs out. Bit of communication between rider and referee, there's nothing wrong with that. Tatum swings out and Lanham moves through on the inside, and that's a good piece of work by the Hammers riders there as they carved up the first corner and went ahead. Tatum and Lanham lead the way, and Tatum has stopped again. Well, he's having a terrible night, most unfortunate. That's his second engine failure while leading, and that's very bad luck indeed. I think there's no doubt that Berwick will be worthy winners of this match, and that wouldn't have been affected to any great extent, but it's certainly affecting Kelvin's score. Leigh Lanham, though, has picked himself up from that earlier knock, and he should win this one if he can avoid running into the fence. Deserved win for Leigh Lanham there.
Is not having the best of nights for machinery. Kelvin Tatum looking like he's going to be on a 5-1 with Leigh Lanham and that. Lots of activity down in the pits, and Carlos Villar having 1 or 2 mechanical problems with his own bike. So he is out, and it looks like he's on a better board machinery for this one. Claus Kristensen's bike put up the Carlos in this one. So in the green helmet, it's Joonas Kylmakorpi.
So it's Carlos Villar on gate 1 in this heat number 14, and he apparently is on Claus Kristensen's bike. Gate 2 will be Joonas Kylmakorpi, who has 11 from 4 and will ride probably in the next 2 races. He rides from gate 2. Gate 3 is Adrian Rymel. And in gate 4, it's Jason King, who hasn't had his 3 rides yet. But has had a bit of a disappointing evening. Kylmakorpi once again glides to the front in that lovely style of his. And he's really enjoying himself. It's Adrian Rymel taking up the chase this time. Too, but Kylmakorpi still holding the lead. Rymel really chasing, Kylmakorpi riding quite an economical line and not appearing to go flat out. The leg in, keeps it tight again there, and a beautiful win. That takes his score to 14 points, and he'll probably be in the nominated race as well.
Effort from Adrian Rymel in the red helmet, and that one is partnered in the minor spots by Carlos Villar. But once again, it's the man in the green helmet, Joonas Kylmakorpi, getting himself out in front, and that's 4 wins out of 5 for a man in black. It's Joonas Kylmakorpi.
So Berwick hold an 18-point lead as we come into the nominated race. There's still a bonus point to be contested later in the season, so every point still counts. And in this nominated race, Berwick have taken Makovsky and put him on gate number 1. In gate 2, it will be Leigh Lanham, who's given a courageous display after falling early in the meeting. In gate 3, it will be Paul Bentley, who's ridden very well for the Bandits. 10 points so far for Banger. And on the outside, it's the star of the show, Joonas Kylmakorpi, with 14 points to his name so far, and 13, remember, at Edinburgh last night. He's a man on form. And it's Makovsky and Kylmakorpi again. Another beautiful first corner by Kylmakorpi. Bentley trying to come past Lanham for third, but Lanham hangs on to that and goes for that big wide line again that we've seen him on before. Another impressive burst by Lanham, and he's gone past Makovsky in brilliant style there. Terrific riding, and Makovsky trying to battle back. And he's right alongside Lanham there. Lanham just hangs on to that second spot. Terrific battle here, and Makovsky back on that outside line again. And he's not quite round Lanham. Great stuff for second spot, and this time Makovsky so determined. He's got that outside line right there, and he's back into second. But what's going to happen next? Lanham not going so wide that time. That was a superb battle for second spot, and it looks like Makovsky's tenacity has paid off for the Bandits. Here comes Bentley for the last gasp go. Big win for Kylmakorpi. He's finished on a superb 17. Bentley finishes half a length down on Lanham for the third. A great last race to finish with. 4-2 to the Hammers. That's 53-37 the final score in favour of Berwick. And quite an enjoyable evening's racing, even though the Hammers didn't do as well as they might have hoped.
6 races for that man tonight. A great debut, but a race for second place between Leigh Lanham and Makovsky was won by the Czech. I'm sure all 4 riders should come round and take a big round of applause. That was a superb performance. Joonas the winner, Michael going round as well. A tremendous heat to finish things off with tonight. And after all that excitement, we'll take you to Dennis on the road there. You've only dropped 1 point tonight, so a very, very good night for you. We've got 2 very happy Czech boys. David Meldrum, another fine performance from you tonight, David. You've got to be very happy with the way things are going. Yeah? I love these one answers. What do you expect? We are going to jump off the bus tonight because we've got a few presentations to do. So Paul, I know you're looking very comfy down there, but you need to come this way as well. And Carlos, David, Bentley, the whole lot of them off the back of the bus, please, because we have some people who would like to give some of you some money. Here we go. Right, first one tonight, and it's from Jenna, who's this little girl here, and she would like to give Carlos some money. So Carlos, if you'd like to come forward, please. And Gemma, up we go. There's some for Carlos, £50, very well done. Good stuff. Adrian's in the shower, but he didn't want to come out because obviously he's just got a towel on. And we didn't want to give anybody a heart attack, so we thought we'd keep him down there. But Louise Johnson, we've got to say thank you very much to Louise, and that's £100 to Adrian, so thank you very much, Louise. The next person to get some money is Davy Meldrum, and that's from David Jensen. So David, Duffy's going to do the honours there for you. Taffy's been running the sponsorship for rider scheme for a few months now, and we'd like everybody to get behind them. One man who has done it is Alan, who's from the official or unofficial website of the Bandits. It's www.berwickbandits.co.uk. It's a full race kit, and this time it's to the skipper, Paul Bentley. It's a blank check from the website, which is very good. One more to do, and this time it's from Taffy himself, race kit, and it's a lad who's taken a little bit of stick over the past few weeks, but he's back on form. You know he can do around your issue field, so get behind him. We'll get his confidence back up. Claus Kristensen, ladies and gentlemen, is the man getting a full race kit from Galvin.